Dr. Rithika. So this will be the third and last video of me talking about my fellowship journey, and this video is going to be a bit different and it's going to be the real talk. I'm going to share my personal journey and my personal opinion regarding what I did, and I really hope this will be helpful, and let's get started. Now let me talk about the part that nobody tells you. Fellowship might look like, a faster route and also like a cheaper alternative to MDS, but fellowship can also be expensive, okay? Because when you're going to do a fellowship, you're going to pay the fees, and it doesn't stop with that. You're going to look into the accommodations, you're going to, buy the instruments that you require, and maybe if you're interested, you will have to join certain other courses to, level up yourselves, because I think that will definitely help if you join. Like, there will be lots of courses that will be happening, and if you go and attend it, you can directly apply it on the patients. That is also a great learning experience, but everything comes up with a cost. So when I wanted to join, I inquired regarding the additional cost, what all there will be, and I was little bit prepared. I knew certain things what all I'll be needing, but to my surprise, there were people who joined the fellowship, even they didn't have the idea that they should have an iPad mandatory from the day one. So that is what I'm trying to tell you. Please go through all of my previous videos and have this vague image thinking that okay, it looks like a cheaper alternative than I'm going to be taking, and then don't regret saying that, oh, I spent this much for a fellowship. The first was networking. Network with the people around you, especially if you're going to be doing a fellowship in a university like this. There are going to be people coming from all over India. There are going to be people from your hometown also. There are going to be lots and lots of staffs who have amazing academic record and clinical record. Talk with them, interact with them, learn as much as possible, form genuine connections. That will really help you. So this is how dentistry works. It's all about networking. If, for example, if only if you know a person, you will get the referrals. Second, be ready to invest, okay? For example, if you're going to be doing an endo case, there are going to be lots and lots of file systems, lots and lots of sealer systems that are going to be available. Only by talking with staffs and colleagues, you'll get an idea, okay, these are some things that are good and these are some things that are not worth the investment. People tell you that these are the best things, work on everything, see which works best for you, stick on to that, okay? This is something, be ready to experiment and be ready to learn. The next thing, there is nobody going to push you, there is nobody going to rush you asking do this, do that, you'll have to do this. It's not like that. There will be mentors for you who will be looking into if you are doing things, if you are not doing this. You think you want to learn something more than what you're currently doing, then you will have to take the initiative. Nobody is going to nobody is going to push you, and nobody is going to stop you. This fellowship that I did, it required lots and lots of self preparation. Post a case, I always go and talk with the particular staff, or I try to read things regarding this, or I try to talk with the postgraduate, and I just gain insight. Since documentation plays a very important role, what I would suggest, whenever you're going to be dealing with a patient that you feel it's somewhat bit different, or if you're going to be doing a set of procedures like extractions or root canal treatments, create files accordingly, okay? Create one particular file, create an album, and for that one particular patient, put all the pictures into it. Like this, you keep on doing it for all the patients every day. Like at the end of every day, try to sit and just segregate it, and you just keep it, and by the end of the year, that will really help you, not only for finishing up your documentation, even if you come back, start up your own practice, you'll have to show the patients, you'll have to educate the patients with the pictures, or if you have to post something in the social media, that will really help you. Only by then you will know the importance of the record that you actually have in your hands. So, and what I didn't really do is, I didn't do this segregation part. I just have all the pictures in my gallery. It's not arranged. There are only few pictures that I have just segregated, and I really wish that I would have segregated things if there was any special case that I did. Even all I did was just diagnose it. I thought I should have made a separate folder for it. So I hope if you join these things, and please make a note of all this thing. I see myself as someone who's academically strong, and I am kind of a bookworm. I like reading things, I like learning new things, and academics is my strength. But it was my BDS or during my internship and all, they told me that clinical skills are everything, so that is what I need to focus on. And even I thought, yes, that is something that I'll have to be focusing on. Yes, I learned a lot of things that really helped me, but I love academics and I really want to get into academic role as well. But post fellowship, that's not really possible that you can become a lecturer or things like that. So if you are someone who likes doing things academically and things like that, then think, don't ask anybody to decide what fellowship that you have to get, or like what MDS branch that you'll have to take. You can gain a lot of information, make an informed choice, but the choice should not just be like, just because it worked for another person doesn't mean that it might work for you. For example, if you have figured out that you're someone who will not be getting into clinical practice, if clinical practice is not something for you, think about the alternative option. It's okay, it's not like you have failed in something or things like that. There are lots of people who have genuinely felt that clinical dentistry is not something for them. They have changed their paths into healthcare management, public health and things like that, and yes, they are also happy with whatever work they are doing. So don't let others discourage you. Yes, some might be genuinely looking out for you and telling you that don't do this, do this, this is what everyone are doing. But if you genuinely think that is not your strength, or if that is not something that you are going to be ready to be doing for the rest of your life, then think about it. Take a pass. You can talk with all other people who are doing things like clinical research or healthcare management and all. Talk with them, know what all the career opportunity that actually exists, look into pay, look into the working conditions. If you think that is worth your investment, if you think that has a real scope behind it, go for it. Even if others can't understand it or if they can't comprehend it, then definitely go for it, because whatever that you're facing today might be a survival guide for the next person who's coming behind you. So yes, this field is hard and it's expensive, and it's also unforgiving if you step into something that you don't have a clear idea about. If you have a plan of opening up your own clinic, have a rough estimate. You make sure that after you spend this much for your education, you'll be able to have this much amount for you to start up your own practice. Because at the end of the day, nobody tells you that you can learn how much ever you want, you can be all into studying, all into upgrading yourselves, but what are you going to do with all these things? So have that in your mind. The clear post MDS or post fellowship plan, you'll be able to know how much you can invest into this one particular course that you're going to do, so that will not drain you financially also. Okay, I have did a fellowship, people will just hire me just like that. Yes, it definitely gives you a superiority because you have all the cases that you did as your documentation, right? That is something that will really help you to crack the interviews, or it will definitely get you placed, provided that you did everything that you have to. But the pay is not so glamorous. So yes, that is something that you'll have to think about. So what I'm trying to tell is, before joining, talk with the people who are in your locality, see if somebody is working there post their fellowship, see how much they're earning. If you think that is something that feels good enough for you, then pursue it. And if you're going to be starting up your own practice, then definitely yes, because fellowship definitely gives you that kind of a boost in your it definitely boosts your confidence. In that one particular year, you will be trying to do lot of procedures, you will see variety of cases, yours and your colleagues. So definitely it will boost your confidence. Maintain that pace and start up your own practice. Many inquired me regarding this one particular question, that is general dentistry better than endodontics. I was doing general dentistry. There were certain days where the patients that I got, their chief complaint was only stains and deposits, or their chief complaint that they noticed some stain, it turned out to be a class 1 dental caries. So what happened on that particular day, all I did was scaling and all I did was restoration. This was, during certain days it happens. Not every days are going to be filled with RCT implants and all. There are going to be days like this also. No matter if the patient came for scaling, no matter if the patient came just for a restoration, I did thorough oral examination, and surprisingly patient really didn't know what all treatments that they require. Comprehensively told them what all treatments that they'll really require. I didn't push them into the treatments, that never really works. Even if you are in that situation, you only want to get your chief complaint treated. So if someone comes and tells me, during my first visit, that I have to get everything sorted out in my mouth, then that will overwhelm me and I'm never going to come back. I just took photographs of everything, of the patient's complete dentition, and I just showed them that what treatment they'll actually require, and I educated them. I told them about the importance of getting things rehabilitated. Some might have come just for scaling, but if you look at them, there will be, missing teeth. If you're someone who thinks that I'm already well versed in all the basic procedures, then even in fellowships I'm not willing to look into all these things. I want to learn only endo, and I want to, keep doing only endo cases in that particular day, then choose accordingly. Then this fellowship might not be a right choice for you. So there will be days you'll have to overcome this, and there will be days when all you can do is you can do only RCTs, you'll be doing flap surgeries, you'll be doing lasers. But also there are days when you're going to be doing only scaling and restoration. Learning everything in a very short period of time, that doesn't make you master of everything. So that is where MDS has its significance, because MDS definitely has its depth, and we might be trained to do, variety of cases, but we are going to be doing it only for 1 year. Imagine similarly that one particular type of procedure, MDS people are going to be, doing it for the 3 years before they finish their course. So think about the complex cases that they might have handled, and think how much input they will really have about how to manage and all. So yes, we all can definitely do well after fellowship, but MDS has its depth, MDS has its significance. So FDS is not a substitute for MDS, and honestly, I personally believe it should never be. Yes, fellowship was sure beneficial. I definitely learned what I paid for, and it was really helpful. But one mistake that I personally did was I didn't emphasize strong on what I'm going to be next after, completing my fellowship, because opening up a clinic, it definitely requires a lot of other things to think about. So yes, that was not something that I thought very much into. I was all about, learning the skills, doing this, doing that. And yes, so take your time, figure it out, and then step into this. I hope you make a better choice, and if it had helped you in any way think bit clearly, then I would be really happy, because I try to be as unfiltered as possible. So thank you so much for watching this video.